I'm going to show you how to take measurements for a jacket or coat with Anagrassia. First thing you want to do is you want to print out this form. You can find it on the website. You need to find a measuring tape. You want someone to measure for you. You want to be wearing fitted clothing. Right now we're taking measurements for a jacket, but if you were taking measurements for a very fitted jacket or a dress, you want to make sure your undergarments are the undergarments that you'll be wearing with that garment. Your leggings and a little cami. Then you're going to want to tie string. It's best if it's a little bit elastic in it. You're going to want to tie string around your waist. Your natural waistline is where, if you were to bend to the side, that point where it bends, pinching my finger, bent to the side. And then these, you want to tie string around the shoulders like this. Your armpit makes little creases, and you want to follow this when you tie it and have it around the arms. You want it to follow that crease all the way up and around. You want to do that on both sides. Also, your back has creases. You want to do all of this ahead of time before you start measuring. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the measurements. The first measurement is your neck measurement. You want to follow right along the base of your neck. Take the measuring tape, and I'm going to just follow the bottom end of this measuring tape here and make sure it's all the way around the neck, and I have about 13 inches here. Next measurement is your chest measurement, and when you take this measurement, you want to make sure the measuring tape is straight all the way around and parallel to the floor. So this can be a little tricky, especially tricky on a dress form because I can't keep it up. So you're going to measure, then you're going to go ahead and measure where you have at your waist, where you have your string tied, like that. Your next measurement is a very important measurement because you want your jacket to fit perfect right here in the shoulders and around the armhole. If you wanted to mark right at the base of your neck there, that would be great. And then you're going to go ahead and measure from there to where you have your string tied around your armhole. I have just under 5 inches here, about 4 3/4. Next measurement is going to be your front length. So where you have your hollow of your neck right there, and you should have that marked. You're going to measure down to where you have your waist with string. And then I need you to go from on the very top of your shoulders, right in the center, hold the measuring tape there. And I want you to measure down to the waist and then measure down to the knee. And then I need you to tell me where you want the jacket length to end. So if you want mid-thigh, you might say, 32 inches, 33 inches. You want it below the knee, you can go ahead and give me that measurement. The next measurement I need is your side length. And to get your side length, I would get like a piece of cardboard or a ruler or something, but right under their arm. So this is very important. You don't want it too high, like jammed up the arm. You also don't want it too low. If you give me something too low, I'm going to make a cap height that's going to be too big and it's going to restrict your movement. So you want it resting right in the armpit, but enough to get the right cap size for you. You're going to measure the top of that piece of cardboard or ruler down to the waist there. So I have about 7.5 inches here. And then wherever that cardboard is, I want you to measure that part of the arm down to your wrist bone. Make sure the measuring tape goes with the arm, the curve of the arm down to the wrist. Okay. Your next measurement is your arm side measurement. And this one will be pretty tight. So you're going to have that, kind of hard to do it on the dress form here, but you're going to go ahead and measure like that. You do not want this one to be loose. Okay. And then the next measurement is your bicep. And you'll just measure like that, right along where this point of your arm might be. And then I need you to measure the forearm. And then I need you to measure the wrist. And then I need the sleeve length. So you're going to take at the very top of your sleeve here, you're going to measure down, following the curve of your arm, all the way down to the wrist. And then I need you to go from your shoulder to elbow. I need you to measure there down to where your elbow is, your elbow to your wrist. You're going to go ahead and measure. You're going to have your arm bent. You're going to measure right there down to the wrist. And then the last two measurements I need are the front width and the back width. So wherever the widest part of your shoulders are, which are usually right here, You're gonna go ahead and measure from that crease to that crease, just like that, across. So this is about 12 1/4. Now for the back width, you're gonna measure the widest part. So I'm gonna take it there to there. So I have about just under 13 inches. You take your measurements. I need you to fill out the last 2 sections of the order form. Unless the jacket is really boxy, I plan to make it fit very well here in the shoulders and the armhole so that you're not restricted in your movement. But I would like to know how loose you would like the jacket in other areas in case you might be wearing, you know, blazers or big sweaters or sweatshirts under this jacket or coat. Then if you go ahead and fill out the rest of the form here, I explain everything. If you need to tell me anything special, like you might have scoliosis or you're a little bit uneven, go ahead and put that in the notes as well. After you're done, go ahead and email this to me. After I receive this, I can get started on your pattern.